the games begin.
I'm about to dig the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. Dig.
All right, welcome to a special podcast. I say that every time, but this is a special podcast because I actually look up to this person because I'll tell you what, when we started the network, they were already doing their thing. Mr. Justin Kickett's here from My City, My Music. Now, you know, I've heard of you for the longest time, and I finally got to meet you like this year. I've like heard people talk about you. I've been down to your studio when Tweezy was working it, but I've never ran into you till like this year.
Are we talking or are we using sign language?
Well, you can talk if you want.
Talk it to the mic. Don't sit back in the chair so far.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll talk. Use my inside voice.
It goes a little further.
Use my outside voice.
Yeah, so
inside voice, outside voice. Trial and error.
Yeah. But kind of like so I've always heard about My City, My Music, and so that's why I always want to get you on. How did it come about? Were you influenced by radio, influenced by podcasting? Like what got you to start My City, My Music?
Oh, yeah, that's a very good question. I've worked in basically all elements of the music industry. So, I started off and still am a rapper. So that's kind of where I do that for fun. But I got some new material coming out.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm not making a career out of it.
What was your rap name?
It's just Sam One, Justin Kickett.
Oh, okay.
I don't need any fancy MPSB 97 MCMRWX 95.
Yeah.
All these rappers these days are all like not even real names. They're all numbers and numbers and letters and everything. But so I'd done that, then I got into production, so I was recording other artists. And I'm like, man, that's a lot of work, and these people aren't even prepared. Then, number one, a lot of the rappers nowadays aren't very good anyway, no offense, or maybe. If you're not a good rapper, then hopefully you know. If not, someone's got to tell you. Don't be sugarcoating the stuff now.
I noticed that because when I started the podcast, I had so many people on, and I didn't know much about music, but I could tell after a while what was good and what wasn't. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, in your opinion, of course.
Yeah, my
some
opinion,
people love it, some people hate it,
right,
but don't tell me it's good if it's not.
Right.
I tend to get sidetracked too, so if I get off track, let me know. So then I was doing production, and then I showcases, right? Local artist showcases and stuff. I was doing those once a month and making flyers. And
what year was this going on?
Well, I started radio in 14, so it was probably 2012, 2013.
Okay.
That's when I was doing concerts for a while, and it's like, yeah, but I did it for everybody else, right? You don't throw an event for yourself, right? Do you? I don't think so. You do it for the community, for the movie. You did the film festival, right? You did that for the film community. You don't do it for, if you can, I guess, make money off it, of course, but in the bottom line, you do it for the community, whatever it is. So I was doing all these showcases, and then it was just the artists, maybe they weren't very good. Of course, they don't want to pay to perform. They don't want to sell tickets. They don't have any fans, and they want to get and perform. And I'm like, yeah, that's great and all, but in the end of the day, I got to pay for the venue, pay for security, pay for the DJ, do all that. And then I'd be lucky to concerts, or you show success by how many people are there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But radio, you could have one person or tune in or 5 people tune in. Either way, you're still doing you. Right. That's the way I look at it. So no more concerts, and then I kind of migrated toward toward radio after that. If you want to, I guess we'll dig down where we dig.
Yeah, we're digging right
digging
now.
in the dirt.
So
I'm digging in the dirt. Give me a shovel.
Because I always like to figure out the process because I had my own way of how I got here where I'm at. Not that that's great, but I always wonder how other people got started, and I always fascinated with My City, My Music, and how the idea came about. So you're recording artists, and then were you figuring out how to do like promotions? Because I think the biggest problem in St. Louis with all these artists is they don't know how to promote themselves. You're just saying that how they don't bring people to the venues. They just don't know how to.
They don't know how, or they don't want to invest in themselves either way.
One of the two, yeah.
Or just stick with being a studio artist. I mean, it's a lot of work. If you do it right, if you're a real artist, you A, need a manager, or B, make it pretty much a full-time job.
Yeah.
And social media is not the only kind of promotion. I get a lot of those physical flyers too. When you go to events or venues and everything, it's physical too. So, I mean, that's the whole gray area. And as far as promotion, you pretty much that's a full-time position as well. You could hire somebody to, I mean, I'm guilty of that. I don't really promote myself as much as I guess I could maybe, but I got the kids and all that and running all these radio shows, and it's really, I don't have a lot of me time. And that's another thing why I stopped being an artist instead of focusing on me. Okay, let's see, help you. And then you see everybody succeeding. It's like, cool, I'm glad to be a part of that. And, yeah, I mean, sure, there's people. I mean, just try to treat people well. And just I love St. Louis. I mean, I lived here my whole life. And everybody wants to move away. Let's go to Texas, Atlanta, whatever, those people. I mean, what are they going to do?
Well, it seems it's probably the same thing, though. I mean,
I would imagine.
I would imagin.
It's not they don't hold hands. It's like a fairyland over there.
I would say it's probably different, maybe in Atlanta and L.A. and New York, obviously, because there's money flowing through the city for art and for creativity and stuff like that. The problem in St. Louis is there's no like money coming through for artists, you know, for music and things like that. It's just kind of, I feel like we're just a flyover kind of area. I think the whole Midwest is like that.
We're not helping ourselves though.
Yeah.
So that's what we need. We need to talk to our mayor or alderman and get some kind of St. Louis music festival sponsored by the city or something, and have 4 St. Louis artists and actually get the city behind it. The city meaning like city government.
Well, I know. I think the problem I see with the radio stations is that it's all.
You mean FM radio?
FM radio.
You gotta specify.
It's FM radio, right? But it's all like the label, and so they don't even really get to pick what they're playing on the radio. It's pretty much, you know, the labels, and they're all in cahoots with them, right? I mean, that's how it works.
Right, and it's those people that make enough money you don't necessarily need to play. I mean, and I understand from being an artist too. It's hard to make money being an artist because no one really buys music anymore. You stream it, so basically you got to go on do a concert, or sell some merch. I mean, but you can't really sell music anymore. You get what, 0.08 cents from Spotify, I believe. It's definitely less than a penny per play.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Apple does 1.2 cents, I believe, per play on Apple Music. But we can look up all those stats. But, yeah, I mean, it's basically not. You get less than a penny per play as far as that goes. I mean, which would add up. You got millions of plays, of course, but standard artists, they don't really get paid a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why, I mean, I make my own merch, too, and just try to be diverse and do a little bit of everything.
So when you're recording artists, then what got the idea to do, like, a kind of a radio show or you know?
Oh, after that, yeah. So it was after the concerts and stuff, and then I already had a home studio because I was recording people and everything. I had everything. I'm like them. So so 2014 runs around. One of my recording artists, Mark Bone, shout out Mark Bone.
Yeah.
He was like, man, they played one of our songs on the radio. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, in New York. So it was in internet radio. Shout out DJ Mac Diddy in New York too. That was 2014. And I'm like, man, I don't know when internet radio really started or whatever, but it was a while ago. And it's like, man, that was pretty cool back then. Now everybody and their grandma and their grandma's grandma, You got Grandma's podcast. Hi, I'm my grandma's grandma, live from Grandma's basement.
It's definitely oversaturated. I think I got into the game a little too late.
It's just too much, and people want to look. I mean, there's little selfies and shit. I don't do selfies. People come in and they want to bring their own. Hey, look at me, guys.
Right.
Hi, mom.
Right.
Mom. Hi, mom. I mean,
Does that drive you nuts when people do that?
People are attention whores. I'm a whore of attention.
Right. Well,
look at me.
I mean, that's like all. I mean, that's what we're kind of catering to, though.
Fix my hair here. Are we doing headphones? I didn't want to mess my hair up.
No, you can. If you're.
I don't have such beautiful flowing hair like you do.
You got a cool bandana though. Yeah,
well, I did get my.
I got to pull this down.
Brush my. What was see? I got sidetracked again. What were we talking about?
So there's a internet company in
New York. Yeah, right. And then I was like, oh, cool. So we played Mark's song. I was like, all right, well, shit. I looked up. I use Spreaker. That's the program I use. I looked up. I'm like, that's what he used. I'm like, oh, this is easy. I already have a mixer. I have microphones. I got several computers. I'm like, well, damn, is that easy? I got plenty of music. So why not? I'll just start my own channel. I mean, it just kind of just.
And then, so you just start with your own show at first, and then how did it?
My show became my show was the third show.
Really? Okay.
So the first show, I won't name their names, but
okay.
A couple of DJs and whatever happened. But that was my first show. I produced their show. They just played mainstream music and stuff. And
okay.
That was 2014. Then I had another show. It was kind of a juggalo type show. You know, those juggalos, those guys. I don't shower for a while.
Yeah.
I shower every other Wednesday.
Who are those people? Can we say their names or no?
No, like the group, like the ICP and all the Juggalo, the group.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
I guess I don't know if Tech Nine is considered a Juggalo, but it's kind of in between. But yeah, the Juggalo is a group, and it was that type of show. The what's the ICP? What's the other one? I mean, whatever, all those groups, whatever, stuff like that. But so that was their kind of I produced their show second, basically, Replicon Radio. That was cool. I'm not really a Juggalo per se. I like to stay. I forgot it was a dirty show. I actually showered earlier today. I left my work boots. Left my work boots at home.
So you start doing, and then so other people start, I guess, hearing their shows and wondering how, because that's kind of like I get hit up all the time about when people want me to produce their shows. I get that shit fucking constantly. And so is that how it kind of started progressing with like you start doing those shows and then people were interested and.
Yeah, that was my second show, is the Replicon Radio.
Yeah.
And my third show actually was my show, myself and Rip James. He was my co-host. And I did that show for about 2 years. So it was fun. I did current events, local news, stuff like that, music. I like to freestyle, too. So we did like cypher. We did a lot of ciphers and stuff. And bleep you, YouTube, for deleting my channel, you son of a bleep. I'm bleeping myself, you bleep hole. But yeah, so YouTube deleted our channel 1, which had, after 10 years, bro, 10 years I had this YouTube channel. All my ciphers in the basement, my little daughter singing nursery rhymes and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years of content. That's a pretty big content. I mean, I didn't really think of backing it up, but apparently I got 3 strikes in 10 years from YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, I was doing this one show, Kingdom's Evolution. Well, this other guy was, and he was talking controversial stuff. In my opinion, but they basically banned him a couple of times. They didn't like the content. I mean, we have our music license, ASCAP and BMI, so we can play the music, but they're just stingy on content.
Yeah, I had a guest, Anthony Rogers, on here. I guess he's pretty controversial in St. Louis, but
did you get banned?
We got some kind of strike before the fucking podcast was even done. It's already flagged because the title with his name in it. So I mean, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Just don't claim it's facts. In my opinion, I mean, if it's a fact, you can look it up somewhere and some kind of confirmation. But other than that, you should be entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, I'm all about.
I don't like blue squares. Oh, I like blue squares, right? I mean, I want a red studio. I don't like this. I mean, I did match blue. Wow, look at that.
You do. You look good.
I color coordinated.
You look good. Even with the bandana, you look good.
Well, I have a face for radio.
Yeah, same here.
I just have a face in general. If you didn't have a face, that would be kind of funny. You'd be like a Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
Face off.
Face off. Yeah.
Face. Take your face off.
Ooh, I forgot where we were.
All right, next question. Oh, see, I distracted you now. No, wait, I'll finish it up. Yeah, so then that was my show, Rip and I.
Yeah.
Rip James and I did that show about 2 years in my basement, actually. I started there, too.
Yeah.
And after a while, I was like, man, we were talking about this earlier. I was like, man, there's so much traffic in my basement. And then my daughter was born, and I was like, I don't want all these strangers around my daughter, really. And it's like, all right. So then I had this one guy over. I won't mention his name either. But he said, oh, hey, man, I like your show and all that. I'm over here at the Lemp Brewery.
Yeah.
Down in Soulard there. So he's like, hey, why don't you bring your show over to my studio or over there? So I was like, oh, okay, we'll check it out. He was only charging me like $100 a month or something. I'm like, why not? Right? I mean, I've been in my basement for 2 years. It's time to upgrade.
Oh, you're telling me about this. Okay.
Started in the bottom, now I'm here.
And so then you were there for like 1 month, you said?
1 month, yeah. And they just didn't do what they said. They didn't soundproof our walls. We got bands jamming next door. Hey, what? I can't hear you. So that was just a little rock. Yes, we were there for a month, and that was... I mean, actually, that was a lot of the things that were negative at the time have turned out to be positive in the long run.
How's that positive?
Well, for example, we got kicked out of... So the guy got me upgraded out of my basement, right?
Uh-huh.
So we got an actual studio. And then getting kicked out of the studio made me talk to my stepdad, who is a real estate agent, and he found South Broadway.
Oh, okay.
So then I ended up getting my own building.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's when I moved into South Broadway, and I was renting that building for, 5 years until Tweezy took over.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think I'm fast-forwarding, but I think, and then, so I was, at the meantime, this was a while ago.
So were you just getting people on the radio station just to fill up the slot so it would be 24/7? I mean, obviously you probably, when you first started, it was probably a loop of like the same shit over and over again, right? So you were just looking for content. Is that what you were trying to get all these people on, or trying to
I wasn't really looking for it, really. They just kind of gravitated. A lot of it is word of mouth.
Right.
So most people contact me. Don't call me, I'll call you. What kind of headphones you got?
They're shitty kind. Well, mine are good. I keep the good ones for me, and same with the two mics here. These are okay. So like when somebody wants a show, do they pitch it to you, or are you just pretty much, if they pay the money, they're gonna get a show for people out there interested in being on My City, My Music?
I mean, yeah, I would imagine as long as they have decent content, and yeah, I mean, I don't really turn down anyone really, unless it's something that would be super like radical or something. I don't think I'd do a Nazi show. Sorry, man, you can take that to a different.
Right. Well,
I'm gonna have to pass on that one. But
well, I could hit up somebody want to do like a political show, and I'm all for like free speech, both sides, like we were just talking earlier. But I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know if I want that much fucking heat, like with shit. Like, I don't know. It's just I'm kind of weary and
people like that.
I know they like
people like drama and bullshit. They don't want to hear the facts,
especially in St. Louis. They love drama. We did a show one time where a woman was calling out like creepy ass photographers and other people, and that's the biggest like viewed show I ever had. We had like 100 and something people watching it live.
Meet me for a photo in the middle of the woods.
Right, but there's all kinds of shitbag. I mean, I think St. Louis has some really bad shitbag for photographers. I mean, there's creepy people in all industries, but the photographers in this city are horrible, in my opinion. But that's just I don't know. But anyways, speaking of which, I know that we've dealt with the same kind of people through. We won't say their names, but how do you deal with those types of people? Like the people that are kind of like, I call them kind of snakes. They're kind of snakes. They're kind of bad apples. I just try to stay away from them. And now, like what I try to do now of learning from doing this for a few years is I try to vet people a little bit better before I let them in my inner circle. Do you have problems with people like that coming through?
It's really hard to tell I mean, there's people that'll take my ideas or things like that. I mean, of course there's going to be bootlegs out there, but I mean, as far as negative people, yeah, I mean, I'm easy. That's the first thing I knew is ignore them.
Right.
That's what they do is they feed off. They want the interaction, right? That's what I told you earlier. I think haters are fans in denial.
Yeah.
It's like they got nothing to do. Oh, I wonder what Dustin's doing today. Let's go check on him. I mean, it's why would you worry about someone else's if it's not positive? I don't need it in my life. I mean, what?
Right.
I'm not going to respond to your text messages and your paragraphs. Why do I don't like to read in the first. I read good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a book with pictures in it, I'll look at it. But
well, you seem like what you do is you're kind of. This is my opinion. I don't know you very.
In
well.
my opinion,
you seem very introverted. You kind of you're a workaholic, and so you're constantly just working out your studio. Not even kind of. It doesn't seem like you even go out much to other than just you're at My City, My Music.
Right? Yeah, I really don't.
Because you're doing me a favor. I kind of begged you.
I don't get out much. I'm like with a brown recluse.
Right.
But yeah, I'm like we made it work. We set up. I like to do schedules. I like timing. I mean, I'm like okay, well, this time, bam, I'll see you at 2:30. I mean, that's what I learned too in this industry. You can't be successful with half-ass schedules. I mean, if you want to do somewhere, that's why I had some other guy I was supposed to meet at 12:30 at the studio. I'm like, all right, well, figure it out. I got another appointment. I said 2 o'clock. I like to plan early, and then he didn't get there till like 1. So right, and that throws me off. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta make sure I make it here on time.
All right.
But that's what people don't value. Too many people are self-gratification, money, fame, whatever it is. They don't worry about the number one thing is time.
Right.
Someone's time is more valuable than anything than that.
Yeah.
There's other things you could be doing now. There's other things I could be doing now. But we made time for this specific occasion. I mean, it's coordinate. I mean, it's not that hard. And people don't understand, and they're worried about if you book an interview on my show, then I expect you to be there. Unless your grandma died again. Okay, how many grandmas you got? You had 14 grandmas died. You can't even make it on a show. Like, I mean, whatever. Some kind of emergency, I understand. But we as media are doing the guest a favor. And they don't, and some of them do appreciate it.
Yeah, they do appreciate it. Some of them don't realize that though either.
I appreciate you having me on your show.
Yeah.
So you could have had a different guest or whatever, I imagine, but people don't appreciate the appreciation. And that's another thing. Everybody talk about giving flowers and all that, right? And I mean, people don't need flowers when they're dead. What are they going to do with them?
Right. Well, I think people will give you, I said that to you before, people won't give you credit, because I've seen people try to do what you're doing and they left your station and they try to do their own fucking thing and it failed and then now they're trying to come back and shit like that. People, people don't realize all the work it takes to put all this shit together either. And so that's why I appreciate you because, you've fought the battles I fought, trying to deal with people, put this stuff together, try to put it out there and try to build something. And it's hard to build something, especially with like a lot of other people because, like you said, some people aren't on the same page as you are. So,
that's what it takes is strength in numbers. That's why I work with Broadway. I mean, we have 2 studios, and that's why people work together. Sure, anybody can be independent or self-centered, but why not team up? Let's work together, cooperative, rather than competitive.
Right. Well, that's the thing I always say all the time on the podcast too is that we're not in competition because we're trying to build like our own Hollywood system here. That's at least what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we're not even trying to be Hollywood. I mean,
we're trying to have a system where people can work and be creative in different avenues, film and music, and go back and forth, and people,
Yeah, I think they're on strike right now, the Writers Guild and all that, California. So
oh, really? I didn't hear
the Movie and Screenwriters Guild, yeah, they're on strike again too. So those are the people that do a lot of the late night shows and stuff.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, big fella said, hey, start watching the news. So now I'm somewhat educated.
Yeah, I don't really watch the news much anymore. I just get so tired of it.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of it's nonsense.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's all agenda-driven, fake bullshit, like just with anything. It's just a lot of stuff, too, on the internet. It's clickbait. Like you click on something that's not even the story that like they say they're gonna say in the headlines or whatever. So,
Yeah.
what are you saying?
Next question.
Oh, okay. So
I forgot. I don't
so
know.
we're okay. So you started studio, then you met Anton, Tweezy, and what was it about Tweezy that made you know that you could? Because it's to be able to expand. I think the hardest thing any like small business has is that first step of expanding into like a franchise, because you have to have the right people under you. So what was it about Tweezy that that you knew that you could make that? Was that my doorbell?
Some type of bell.
Anyways,
Expecting a delivery?
I don't know. Maybe it was delivery. So, so what was it about Tweezy that you guys hit it off and he was able to?
Yeah, I met him through Zeus Rebel, Ruckapuff, and the Rebel Gang and all that. Shout out all them, Tony Mays, and Zeus. And Zeus has been working for a long time too. So I mean, it's people that have longevity and. Like I said earlier, too much instant gratification. But if you're actually working toward, just got to work toward it. But Tweezy was their cameraman, and he was on their show. Zeus did his show, Rebel Nation Radio.
Oh, okay.
On my network. Yeah, he was probably one of the first shows when I moved into Broadway.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so as I started a whole new. Yeah, it's really blew up after that. Like once we got to Broadway. That's when really people started really wanting shows.
He was Ruckapuff, and there was something called Riverfront Radio back in the day. I'm old, by the way. I'm 42. I'm old. I'm an old man. And I remember this was like 2005. There was some kind of station or something. They were trying to start a station called Riverfront Radio. You remember hearing about that?
I think, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, and I don't know whatever happened to that, but that's where I first seen Zeus. Now he's called Zeus now, but Ruckapuff back then.
But he's been doing it for 20 years, and he's not. I mean, I don't know if he's where he wants to be or what, but I mean, I appreciate people doing that. You got to put in the time, put in the effort. I've been doing this, like I said, I started in 2014. It'll be 9 years this month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
so
shit.
May
Wow.
16th. Yeah, 2000. It'll be 10 years next year. So I mean, I've been doing it. I got a good formula. I mean, I've got. Surround myself with good people and
30 shows now? You said 30?
Probably, yeah, between here and Broadway. I mean, I don't know how many he's got over there now, but and then so Tweezy, so basically after Zeus left, he was going on tour and stuff, so he quit his show. So after those guys left, Tweezy's like, hey, I want to get my own show. So then Tweezy started Louis Wood Radio.
Oh, okay. That's how it started. Okay.
Yeah, that's when he started that. He did that and like cool, and he was doing that consistently. Like I said, he's on schedule and took care of everything he needed to be taken care of. Then that's when we started expanding more. I'm like, all right. Then I kind of showed him how to do everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a general idea, of course, but
right.
I'm like, this is the way I do things. We do things differently, right? You got cameras, I got cameras. We do whatever, little different things, but in the end, we get the same result.
Right.
So I showed him. I'm like, hey, you want to? I don't know who brought it up first, one of us, but I was like, yeah, you want to do a partnership? And he's like, yeah, okay. You got Soldier by Blood brand in My City, My Music, and then we're at Overtime Studio. So let's go. Let's sign this agreement. Here's the keys, and you can start running some of your own shows.
And then, okay, so
that's how the partnership began. Yeah. And then I don't remember the timeline on that. I've been on Hampton
a few years ago.
Yeah, I've been on Hampton. It was almost 3 years. So what is that? Yeah, probably 2019.
Yeah, 2019, I think it was. He said
1920 was when I was like, man, well, my stepdad, real estate agent, he's like, well, I don't know. Broadway was getting pretty full, basically, and we were ready for a second spot. So I'm like, all right. So I went shopping and been working on my credit score. So I figured I'll just buy a building. So then I purchased Hampton. And I was like, Tweezy, okay, well, cool, man. You got it. You hold it down. I mean, I'm gonna I left all my equipment there on Broadway. Mm-hmm. I'm like, here, you run this thing exactly how we've been doing it, and I'll get some new equipment, and we'll get Hampton going. So then we'll have 2 locations.
And then so like the reach though. I mean, you guys get a lot of like. Do you look at the analytics? I mean, it's obviously it's on the internet. So do you get a lot of people from outside the St. Louis area that tune into My City, My Music?
Yeah, we can check on the Spreaker app. They tell us some, but I'm trying to figure out Google Analytics. Because if anybody knows that, let me know. But I've got some stats on Google, and I think my GoDaddy set had over like 8,000 visits last month or something to the website too. So yeah, I mean it's kind of hard to say because we're in so many different. We're on YouTube, Facebook, of course, and we're on like 30 different audio platforms as well. Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Music, Amazon, all these. Jivosan is actually one that's out of India, and India is like the second country besides United States as far as listeners. So shout out to the country of India.
I heard, so yeah, we'd get a lot of traffic from the Middle East and India as well as we had people from Australia like calling one time when we first started. It was kind of weird. So
yeah, so
it seems like they like the American culture, I guess.
Yeah, no matter how many things we complain about, there's always other countries that are probably worse off. They got that fighting in Sudan right now, civil war and all that. And
I didn't know about that. But I
don't watch the news.
I don't watch the news, but you don't hear about it.
You got some sound effects.
Well, they got all the stupid election bullshit and all that other shit about, I don't know, that one guy left Fox or whatever. I don't know. But
see, and then those guys get banned. I get banned from YouTube, but you can go on Fox News and talk about whatever you want. They don't ban him. I guess he eventually got fired.
He eventually got something to do with the voting system or something. I don't know.
Right, yeah, he said, it was basically made defamation against the voting system.
Yeah.
That whole 2020 fiasco.
Yeah.
So, but that's what makes headlines, all that drama.
I know a guy, his name's Pascal, that he chases like, all he does now is talk about current events from his house, and he that's a fresh news story, he talks about it. And, which I wouldn't mind kind of doing, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of talking about stuff I want to talk about, or like I like talking about, art and the process of people's creativity. I don't know if I want to chase like headlines and just talk about shit that's so people would click on it. I don't know if it's
relevant. Like one of the people,
I guess if I care about it.
Like Gina, she's a co-host on my show.
Yeah.
And she's a school teacher. And there was that news about the teacher taking the kid was playing on their phone during class, and the teacher took it away, and the student assaulted the teacher for taking their phone away.
Okay, I did see that video.
Yeah, so wow, I don't even think, that's irrelevant, especially if she's a teacher. It's like, what would you do in that situation? I don't think kids need cell phones at school. If you're having an emergency, go to the office and call your parents, right? You don't need, what? There's really no, then people are filming themselves bullying other students and all that. Right. And it's just, you can have your phone before and after school. I don't even see why they're.
I don't even like to get drunk and act a fool nowadays because everybody has their fucking camera phones.
Someone will film you.
Yeah, right. I don't want to be on no fucking video of me drunk doing something stupid,
Well, I don't think the kids should definitely not have them out. And if a teacher says, you used to have to respect your teacher back in the day, right? Put your phone away. Oh, it shouldn't even really been out in class. Maybe if you want to use it during lunch or recess or something, right? Use your phone, whatever these kids are doing these days.
Well, they should keep it in their locker, I guess, or some kind of bin or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Theoretically, but
I don't know. I didn't have a phone when I was a kid, so it's funny when kids are 4 years old, they're able to use tablets now and stuff. When I was 4 years old, and I was like, my dad would be like, "Here, play with these car keys." Like,
you had an abacus, didn't you?
Yeah. So that's how my childhood was. You've had a couple of really big guests. I've seen your wall at My City, My Music with you with a bunch of pretty big name people. But Nelly was on your show at one time, right? He came in your studio, and then somehow they got to take it down or some shit.
Yeah, that was actually, I didn't mention that. So right before we got Hampton, I actually had a spot at Medici for a while.
Oh, okay.
out there in Overland. It's out this way, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, it's
somewhere
over
out,
page here.
somewhere out there. But yeah, I actually had a room there, but I was paying like $600 a month for some little tiny room.
Holy fuck.
And and what up though? They have like 4 or 5 hosts plus guests, so you got a whole room full of people. It gets awfully crowded.
Yeah.
So we were there for a couple months, and that was it. It's another good one. See, so we got out of Medici, and then I found Hampton. See, so it all worked
Right.
out.
Yeah,
I turn all my negatives into positives.
I don't know. I've been to 2-3 studios now that we tried to expand this, and every time I do it, it just I don't know. I always have to retreat. Like I always have to come back.
I mean, it's great. It's a great setup. Yeah,
Yeah.
just as far as the public and the audience and everything.
Yeah. So, but I kind of got to the point where I don't want to build I don't know if I want to build an empire. Like I'm just kind of happy with doing my show and doing something kind of on a small scale. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, do you have big aspirations, big dreams of like where you want to take My City, My Music?
Of course, because I don't really have a plan B.
So
I've worked in restaurants pretty much my whole life, and getting fired from the restaurant was a good thing too, because that's when I basically started working for myself.
what did you do at a restaurant?
I did both. I worked in the kitchen and the front of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, people that have never worked in a restaurant cannot complain about restaurants.
Yeah, I worked at a restaurant for a day. That's
That says it right there.
Yeah,
See, you know exactly what happened.
I can't handle it. Yeah.
Right. You ever see that movie Waiting?
I love that movie. Waiting.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
Yeah.
But I got distracted again. What was the question?
Yeah. To take it even bigger, like with My City.
Oh, but
Music,
yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Like I was talking about, I still want another studio. I mean, yeah, I'd like to basically set up franchise. We could do this in other cities.
Yeah.
Look at Illinois, North County. I mean, wherever people. If you want to expand, if you want great state-of-the-art entertainment, My City, My Music.
So do you get sponsor packages or is so all right, you got 30 shows on My City, My Music. Do they get their own sponsor packages or how's that work with the people?
Yeah, each show is independent.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, they work with if anybody's interested in sponsoring My City, My Music Radio at gmail.com.
Yeah.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
But that's what we do. Yeah, local businesses, local artists. I mean, all the shows. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely. I mean, once we get going, then it's great. I mean, I leave people the freedom. I don't want to micromanage people. But yeah, I've got the lineup right there, and it's a lot of the shows have their own separate website too.
Okay, so people come on because everybody's always worried about in St. Louis that they don't own their own shit. Like, so they own their own name and stuff, but they just broadcast through your channel.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if they have the LLC, I mean, they need to get their LLC. I mean, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if people register yourself, no one can take that away from you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I just give them a platform to showcase it.
What's some of your favorite shows on My City, My Music? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
That's like saying, who's your favorite kid?
I know. That's why I did it. So. No, you got some really good shows.
Besides
though.
my show being the best, I guess.
You know what? I was impressed with your show when I was on it. I liked your story things. How they were funny, like the kissing the Dalai Lama?
Oh my god!
Like what the fuck with what the fuck videos?
You can't do that in America. You go to prison. I don't know. That's
right.
Yeah, right. That's
right.
And that's the same thing with like all the hot topics. I mean, religion, they're still fighting holy wars, right? Abortion, they're still talking about that. I mean, these are the hot topics that, well, in my opinion, I don't think a man should be able to vote on what a woman does to her body. So, I mean, that's my opinion on that. So, I mean, some people feel other ways, but, I mean, you're not going to tell me what to do to my body, right? My body, my choice. You can kiss my ass.
Yeah,
Don't tell my damn body.
I agree with the statement, but the same people yelling that out are the same people like, oh, you better take that vaccine. You need to be vaccinated to be able to come in this establishment. It's the same people that were complaining about my body or complaining that, oh, you need to put this vaccine in your body.
Right, but they're worried about other people. You've heard of that saying, MYOB?
What's that?
Mind your own business.
Why? That's why
people don't do that.
Well, people don't do it, especially now with the internet. Yeah. Everybody thinks their opinion matters.
Attention whores, man.
Yeah. Well, I know
it's just not natural anymore. It used to be able to be able to be discovered, right, or be now the people just put them. I guess, I mean, if it works, you can put yourself on without the third party. I mean, great, but I've just never been a self-serving selfie watcher.
How do you deal with the people's egos? Because obviously with 30 shows, I couldn't even imagine dealing with that many personalities. That's a lot. That stressed me out. I don't know. We did a show called STL Live one time, and I had to run that show, and that was a little too much for me.
No, they're all great. I don't mind. I mean, that's why I try to show them how to be self-sufficient, and they can.
Right.
I mean, all I do is sit in the back. Yeah, I listen to. I mean, pretty much do what you're doing. Yeah, just sound and video, and they do that. I mean, they can mute, unmute, play their music, talk their topics. I mean, yeah, we have video capability if people want to do a video satellite, whatever people want to do. But I'm available if people need help. But I've always wanted people to better themselves. I don't like to baby people.
Yeah.
I guess if you want to be coddled, I guess I can hold your hand, but I'd rather show you how to do it, and then so I can do other things myself. It can be more productive.
Right.
Right? You have somebody else do your job, then you can do something else you want to do.
Well, I try to have people do the cuts and stuff, but I don't know.
Right. It's hard to find decent help these days.
It's just easier to do it myself. I don't know. And now it's like second nature now when I do it. I don't really.
Yeah, I film my own show too. So, I mean, it's doable. But people don't want to work, or people don't want to shortcut, or don't want to do what needs to be done.
Well, some people just want to, like when we do skits and stuff, people just want to come up and be the star, and then, and that's it. They don't want to, like, work and develop the ideas, or, help pack the equipment away, or get the right costumes and things like that. For the part. So
yeah, it takes just as long to set up and break down as it does for the whole production.
Right.
That's the main thing. You gotta set everything up.
Right.
Put it all away. Right.
So My Say My Music is designed kind of like a radio show. Would you be interested in doing more like television stuff, like films or skit shows and things like that? I mean, is that something down the line that
I definitely. Yeah, maybe not myself personally, but I definitely, link up with the brand. And, I mean, I've had a couple of opportunities to be in some movies and stuff, but he wanted to film on Saturdays. Like, well, I have to do my show on Saturdays, and I got to run the studio. Right. So that's the whole thing, is when I train somebody else to do my job, then, I can go on to more acting and different roles like that.
What are you doing when you go on vacation?
I don't really take vacations. I mean, I haven't had one in a while, but actually the studio is my vacation. So, I mean, that's my home away from home. I'm either there at my actual house.
Yeah.
And that's good. I mean, it's my job, but it's something that I love to do. And I just created it from nothing. I didn't have any guidance or anything. I didn't go to school for it. I mean, I failed out of college. I mean, I tried the college thing, and it didn't work out for me. So failing out of college caused me to start my own business. So that's another flip around.
Well, that's why I find your story fascinating, because I was influenced. Well, my uncle showed me how to do all this stuff. He worked at Channel 11. And so he was an engineer. Right, So I saw what he was doing at the studio, and so I learned from him. But that's what's amazing about your story, is that you just did it yourself. You didn't have like a mentor, right?
No, I wish I did. I don't know if I have a question. I don't know who I can ask, really.
Right.
I mean, no one's setup's exactly the same. We both have TV. We both have cameras and mixers and computers and everything, and do the same thing, but they're all set up differently.
Yeah, when I went to your studio, I didn't know that system at all.
Yeah. So I mean, right, but in the end, it accomplishes the same thing at the end result.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I definitely like to free myself up and be more available to do other things. I'm a recording artist, too. I sneak in the back studio there and bust out a couple of hits here and there. So, I got some new music coming soon.
What's some of the song? What's you say you do, like, you can riff stuff on
Yeah, I can do freestyle and stuff. Well, you got some instrumentals?
I could pull it up. If you want to try.
Man. Oh, shit. I could rap for days.
Okay, here, I'll pull up some here. I gotta find the royalty.
As long as they're gangster.
We'll be out here in 10 minutes. So
good. I got 3:30.
So let me hold on.
He gonna do it. He's trying to open up the can.
Well, Keenan, you met Keenan. He's fucking really good at this shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What music?
Just freestyle. No, not really music.
Where is Mr. Nintendo these days?
He's at work till 4:00.
Does he have theme music when he walks?
He should. He told me a funny story. This is the first time I'm telling on the podcast. So we were at the bar Friday down the street, BS Bar, and he met a lady there, and we were all singing karaoke. Well, I wasn't singing karaoke, but they were. And this woman came on to him. She was pretty good size, no fat shaming, but her and Keenan went home to her house in Highland. He followed her to Highland, which I don't know where Highland, Illinois is, but I imagine it's pretty far away. And he started, usually Keenan talks in the podcast how he likes to eat a girl's ass out. And I was like, I saw him the next day. I'm like, did you eat her ass out? He's like, no, I couldn't do this one. And I was like, well, why? And he's like, well, she had a tumor on her asshole. So he went down to eat her out, and there's a tumor sitting there, looked at him in the face. And yeah, so anyways, so I thought it'd be a funny cartoon.
So he got the scissors out.
I just thought it'd be a funny cartoon. One of the things I wish I could do is animation. I'd say that would be a funny just cartoon, that Keenan cartoon where he's going down to eat the girl out, and then there's a little tumor talking to him with a little voice. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
old school dark rap beat. Is that?
I don't know. It's
how about some trap?
Hard to say. Oh man.
Sick rap beat free. Okay, here we go.
Let's see if.
You're gonna have to put the headphones on to hear it though.
Stay tuned after these messages.
Yeah, I don't pay for the ads. I should though.
Hell no. Oh wow, look at me. Hey, I can hear myself.
Okay.
Rap beat. He says, "Hey guy, you want to do a cipher, man?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I don't know if I think I can. We'll see if the beat's any good or not. It might drop. See,
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. Let me see if I can catch it for a minute." Said I think I can, up the hill, I think I can, chugga, choo, yeah man, I go again, picking up some trash, got the garbage can, it's not even garbage, put it in the recycle, man, what about the earth, I don't know, let's try the next one, let's see,
alright, well,
I may or may not,
gotta turn it down,
gotta get in the groove, man, I don't have my, usually I smoke 14 blunts before we get in the lab here, and
this one looks good. Let it go.
But wait, there's more. Purchase your tracks today.
Probably.
Purchase your tracks today, but these people don't want to pay for it anyway. Invest in yourself, it's not too bad. Trying to grow up without a dad or some kind of influence, something some way I'm gonna take the show, something like that. I can catch it here and there.
Better than I could do.
Yeah, it's gotta kind of. I mean, it's just freestyle, and some people want to say, "Oh, I'm freestyle," but it's not a freestyle because people write. I mean, write it. No. I mean, no offense, people that write music too. Of course, that's another way. But don't say it's a freestyle one. That shit just was.
Oh, right.
Don't recite what you've written already and call it a freestyle.
People have done that, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, whatever. Do what you want to do. I want to rap over my CD.
So if people are interested, here's the website right here, folks. MyCityMyMusic.com.
Yes.
You can listen to it live through this website, and there's all the lists of the great shows they have. A lot of good. My friends are on some of these shows, so I definitely a supporter of all this. Tuesdays Up in Smoke. Cass Mo and all those guys do a great job. That's a really fun show. It's
open mic. It's one of a kind show. I mean, he has a packed house there.
He has I don't know what's like at your, because it's at your studio now, right? But the old studio used to have like 40, 50 people there.
Come on by next Thursday.
Yeah.
So. He caters food and smoke sessions. So yeah, it's a great time, and poetry, and I like all forms of the arts.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
I appreciate anything. People be creative. The world's too messed up for people not to. Yeah, entertainment. I mean, that's what we do. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a lot more the filmmakers and different avenues other than music on the show here, but that's kind of like my thing I've been doing lately. But anyways, good to have you on. I finally got to meet you, and like I said, people always reach out, hey, produce my podcast. This is the guy right here. Talk to him. Talk to My City, My Music. They do great shows over there, and it's a great studio and cool station. So definitely check them out. Trying to think what else I was going to say. I think that's it. Any questions you got?
No, man, I appreciate you having me on here. And we were saying, you got a great setup yourself, and just keep pushing on, man. Whatever people think, don't worry about what the people think. You do you. You be great, man. I mean, that's the way I live life. You don't like me, okay, bye.
Right. Well, I just try to ignore them now. It's kind of like alcohol. I just don't try to consume it. So
there's some lady, I won't mention her name, but she's always all on Facebook trying to talk about how people don't like her and all that and kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, that's good for you.
Well, I know a lot of those people that like to vent out on Facebook.
Self-pity, yeah.
Self-pity on Facebook, yeah.
I'm good behind the scenes or in the front. I'll be in front of the camera or behind the camera, wherever the job takes. I'm a character.
You know what? You are pretty. I was taken back. I didn't think you were as funny as you were.
I'm really not. It's all pretend.
Yeah. So
I'm deep down.
I not knowing you and hearing about you. Not people didn't really say anything bad about you, but I just thought I had different kind of I bet you he's kind of real quiet or something. But no, you're really funny actually. So
yeah,
you could do stand up probably.
Stand up. Yeah. Well, I have a bad knee, so I don't know how long that'll last.
Oh, okay.
I need a chair or a bar stool.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning into the Artists United Network, the Daily Dirt with Dustin Dicks. Check out the Retro Cup, which is going to be premiering May 30th here on the Artists United Network. We're doing a decathlon, 10 retro games, and winner's going to get a trophy. So definitely check out that show at the end of next month. We will see you again tomorrow, and we are out.
I'm about to The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. Dig.